This is a knife I made a while back. The blade's made out of elk leg bone. The handle just a whitetail deer antler. It's hafted with elk sinew and pitch made from pine, charcoal, and animal fiber. I'm going to show you how to make a blade using an elk leg bone. Here's two elk leg bones, two different sizes because you've got one off the back leg and you've got one off the front leg. This leg bone is where the knee attaches to the part right before where the hoof attaches, right on here. But there's the one I like to use is the front leg. It's a little bit longer and it's a little flatter right in this area. This one in the back, it has more of a curve in here. When I make these, you could do it the old way and grind them on sandstone, and grind them down to get what you want. It takes quite a while. For this video, what I'm going to use is the bandsaw to cut the joints off on both ends and then split it before I boil it. It'll save quite a bit of time. You can see that the part that I like to use on it, there's a little dip on this side, and I like to use, when I make the blade, is use this piece right here. Even though it's wider here, this curves too much, and it curves as it goes down the leg bone. On this side, it stays pretty flat. So what I'm going to do is just cut right across through here, all the whole length of the leg bone. Now we'll take it in, got the bone marrow inside, but we'll go ahead and clean that up and boil it, and that way I can clean off the membrane that's left over on the outside. But this is the piece here that will turn into a knife blade. See, this piece is still good here. You can turn this into bone pins, ornaments, punches, awls. There's still some, you can see the width of the bone. It's good thick, so it'll work good for that. Here's what the leg bone looks like after it's got it all boiled, cleaned up. The two parts, this is the one that we're going to use to make the knife blade with. At this point, we're ready to move over to the belt grinder and start shaping. At this point we've got it shaped real good. As you come up to the side, you'll see how just like a metal, it'll kind of feather when you get a real sharp edge. And it's pretty rough right now. Now what we'd do, I'll start with, I think this is about 180 grit. It's fine. Give it a good sanding with it, and then we'll go over to like steel wool and buff it up. I'll go ahead and sand it and get back. Got a pretty good shine going on there now. Now we'll switch over and we'll go to the steel wool, and it'll polish it up really nice. It's got a pretty good polish on it now. You can see the ceiling fan in it. But now what we're ready to do is we'll go ahead and haft it. Not sure if I'm going to use a piece of deer antler or maybe a deer leg bone. But at this point it's almost looking like a fillet knife. So we'll figure out what we're going to haft it on. We'll go to that step. We decided to go ahead and use a white-tailed deer leg as our knife base. I've got it polished up, getting ready to cut a notch in it. We'll grind it down on both sides a little bit to thin the tip, and then we'll go ahead and mount it. What I plan to do would probably be right about in that area. I'll probably cut this in a little bit on both sides and make more of a tang that will fit down in the deer leg. That'll keep it from, being that the blade will be quite a bit, will be about yay long. That way it won't rotate. It'll have that tang up inside the deer leg that will keep it from rotating. Once I get it done, we'll mount the whole thing using pine pitch, a mixture of pine pitch, charcoal, and animal fiber or plant fiber, and then we'll use elk sinew to lash it on with right in this area. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the handle with yucca rope. I got the end, got the notch in there, got the end kind of rounded a little bit, and then tapered down on both sides. We're ready to work on the blade. Here I've kind of got the tang kind of roughed out a little bit. That's still larger than I need, but I'm going to cut it a little bit large, and then I can grind it till I get to the point where it'll slide in, and I'm just kind of bring the sides out a little bit. That way when the blade slides into the handle, it'll still leave me a little room where I can haft the blade on. At this point we've got it the blade fitted in just like we want it. Now we'll go ahead and heat up some pine tar. I'll go ahead and put the pine tar in and put the blade in. Get back with you and show you. Alright, we've got it hafted on there with pine tar, charcoal, a mixture of pine tar, charcoal, and plant fiber. So now we're ready to put a little ELK sinew. Go ahead and wrap this on good. If I'm getting that in that field of vision. Put 2 or 3 more wrappings on. Alright, there we got it. Hafted good. Got it on there good and tight. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap the handle with some yucca. Got some yucca here. I won't need all of this, but we'll go ahead and wrap the handle, and we got her finished. Well, here's pretty much finished product. But the blade turned out pretty good. The sinew's not totally dry yet. In the morning it'll be dry, and I'll take a finished picture of the total knife. But I think the handle turned out good. I probably will put a coating or two of hide glue on it, just to hold the yucca rope on there. But that's here's the finished knife. Hope you enjoy.